Rosie is a cheery pink tank engine. She's currently on a trial run for Sodor. Even though she is not owned by the Northwestern Railway yet, she dutifully completes her tasks in the shunting yards on the island of Sodor. She enjoys her work well enough, and the constant arranging of trains for the other engines keeps her very busy. But Rosie often thinks that her menial work in the shunting yard makes her fade into the background. One day, she was arranging a train for Thomas when she finally decided to voice her feelings.
Why, hello, Rosie.
Hello, Thomas.
You seem quite distraught, Rosie. Is everything all right?
If I'm being honest, no. While the work I do here in the yards is essential to the railway, I feel that the engine doing the work isn't important at all.
Oh, Rosie, don't say that. You're a very important part of this railway.
I know you're trying to be kind, Thomas, but I feel like I just fade into the background too often. Besides, how can I be an important part of the railway if I'm not even owned by Sodor?
Thomas wasn't sure how to make Rosie feel better. Then, he had an idea.
Later, I have to pick up the mayor and take him to an important meeting at Crovan's Gate. Would you like to do it instead? I can stay here and shunt trains for you.
Really? Thomas, that would be great! Thanks!
Of course! Now, you'll have to pick up the mayor's special coach from Knapford Station Yards. He keeps many important papers there, so it's important that you get to the right one.
Don't worry, Thomas. Again, thank you.
Good luck, Rosie. I'll go now for my next train and make sure everything's alright with the Fat Controller.
For the rest of the day, Rosie was ecstatic. She could hardly wait for her special job.
You seem in an awfully good mood today, Rosie. What's up?
I'm going to be taking the mayor up to Crovan's Gate today. Thomas is letting me switch jobs with him to give me a break from these yards.
Whoa, good luck.
Finally, the time had come. Rosie was shunting a train for Percy to take up to Farquhar when she heard Thomas's whistle.
Ouch! Rosie!
Huh? Sorry, Percy. Wait, Thomas!
Hurry up, Rosie. You've got to get moving if you don't want to be late.
All right. Thanks again, Thomas. Bye.
Is my train coupled up yet? Hello?
Rosie raced excitedly into Knapford Station. She saw the mayor waiting on the platform.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. I just have to go and fetch your coat and then we'll be off.
Oh, hello there. You aren't Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt walked out of his office.
Oh, yes, Mr. Mayor. This is Rosie. She'll be taking you to your meeting today instead of Thomas.
Is she reliable? I don't think I've ever seen her before.
She's currently on a trial run here.
And I'm very useful.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we? Rosie frowned. She was upset at the way the mayor was treating her, but became determined to prove herself even more.
I'll be right back with your coach.
And Rosie puffed past the platform towards the yard in search of the mayor's special coach. She looked all over the yard, but couldn't find it anywhere. Then she spotted Charlie.
Charlie!
Oh, hello, Rosie. What are you doing here?
I'm here to pick up the mayor, and I need his special coach. Thomas said it would be here. Have you seen it anywhere?
Special coach? No one told me about any special coach. What does it look like?
It's a red coach with banners on the doors. Does that ring a bell?
Yes. I gave that coach to Gordon just a little while ago. I couldn't find another coach, and I had no idea it was special.
Oh dear, this is going horribly wrong. If I mess this up, I'll be sent away for sure. Annie, Clarabelle, would you mind if I took you to transport the mayor to Crovan's Gate?
That's fine, dear.
Here's your coach, sir. We haven't a moment to lose.
Are you sure you can make it?
I'm positive. Let's go.
Rosie was trying to get the mare to Croven's Gate as fast as possible. Her biggest fear was doing something wrong and being sent away. She sped up.
Hold on, sir. I'm going to speed up more. This ride might get bumpy.
The mare was very impressed. Rosie continued to race down the line as fast as she could. Due to her high speeds, the ride was quite bumpy.
Hold on tight. We're almost there.
And with one final push, Rosie rocketed up one final hill and raced into Croven's Gate station. Skarloey and Duke watched as the strange cavalcade came sprinting towards them. With one last puff, Rosie pulled into the platform and braked hard.
We're here.
Rosie's safety valve burst with a loud pop. The mare stepped out of the coach, stunned. That was an interesting ride, to say the least. I'd best be off to my meeting. The mare walked into the station to attend the meeting. As the mare left, Thomas the tank engine steamed into the station.
Rosie, you were supposed to take the mare in a special coach, not Annie and Clarabelle. You know very well that those are my coaches.
But Thomas!
Don't interfere, Annie. Rosie, I gave you a chance to prove yourself with a very important job while I stayed here and shunted all day. You just had to do it your way, the wrong way. I see now that I made a mistake trusting you, but don't worry, I'll never make that mistake again.
Thomas, I was just...
I don't want to hear it, Rosie. You don't just take my coach without asking. You're just a really useless engine.
I couldn't help but overhearing what happened. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Oh, this is such a disaster. I'm going to be sent away.
Calm down. Start from the beginning.
I'm on trial here. Thomas let me pull an important train for the mare, but I did such a horrible job, and Thomas got mad at me for taking Annie and Clarabelle. Thomas was the only engine who's been friends with me since I got here. Thomas was the only engine I looked up to. He was my idol. But now he hates me. And once the mare tells the top of how bad of a job I did, I'll be sent away for sure.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I've known many engines who have made mistakes and are still here. I once knew an engine who tried to go up a slight incline.
Hey, that was when I was going through my midlife crisis. You should know better than to make fun of that.
Anyways, you probably won't be sent away.
Rosie felt a little bit better, but she was still concerned.
Oh, okay. But even if I don't get sent away, what about Thomas? He was my only friend, and I looked up to him. He's every Sodals represents. He's nice, hard-working, and really useful. He even has his own coaches, and now he hates me.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Thomas is quite forgiving. Also, Thomas isn't the only friend you have on Sodor. Now you have me.
And me.
Soon the mayor's meeting was over, and he stepped out of the station and walked over to Rosie. I believe I forgot to thank you for my ride today. I am astounded at your great determination and vigor. I will be telling your controller all about this as soon as I next see him. Rosie glowed with glee. Little did the mayor know that Sir Topham Hatt had heard everything. He was standing near the station, grinning broadly as the mayor spoke. He walked over to Rosie.
Stupendous. Simply stupendous, Rosie. You are a credit to this railway. Tenacious, determined, and incredibly brave.
Sir, what are you doing here?
I rode Caroline here today, arriving just before you did, Rosie. I had forgotten to give the mayor a letter when he left with you today, and I saw and heard everything. I have decided to officially purchase you as a result. Welcome to the Northwestern Railway, Rosie.
3 cheers for Rosie.
Congratulations, Rosie. You've made us all very proud.
I told you, Rosie, you are important, and really useful too.
Rosie didn't know what to say. She was glowing with pride.
Rosie, you are an example to us all. You stopped at nothing to get the job done, and I am proud of you. In addition to the repairs to your safety valve, I think a reward is in order. Is there anything you have in mind?
Well, I had been wanting a new coat of paint, sir.
Wonderful. I'll have the Steamworks order a fresh batch of pink paint in the morning.
Actually, sir, I was thinking something else.
Rosie whispered to Sir Topham Hatt.
Yes. I think that would be a lovely idea. I'll arrange it right now.
The next day, Rosie was getting ready to go to the steamworks when Thomas puffed up alongside her. He sat there silently for a few moments until he cleared his throat.
I heard what you said about me the other day, that I was sure, Well, anyway, I didn't realise that you looked up to me. I never had anyone say that about me before. After the way I treated you, I wouldn't be surprised if you had changed your mind about me. But I want you to know that I am sorry and ashamed of the way I acted. You're one of the nicest, most useful engines I've ever known, and you did what you had to do to get the job done. And if I'm not your idol anymore, I hope I can still be your friend.
This time, it was Rosie who sat silently for a moment. Then she spoke.
I guess when you idolize someone, you expect that they'll always do and say exactly what you want them to. You expect them to be perfect, but no one can be perfect, can they, Thomas?
No, I guess not.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to be my friend instead.
With that, Rosie left the shed to get repainted.
Red, huh? Good choice, Rosie.
Thanks, Victor.
The NWR will be a good look on you, my friend. Any significance to the number 37?
Sir Topham Hatt and I figured out that I was the 37th engine to arrive on his railway, and I've always wanted a number.
Sounds very interesting, my friend. Well, men, get to work. This paint will paint itself. Vámonos, ándale!
Now everyone knows that Rosie is, and always will be, a special part of the Northwestern Railway. Her new red paint shines in the sun as she makes her way along the line. She is ready to make her mark on her new home.